Crew-Chief36 here, and in this Microsoft Flight Sim video, I fly the new Freeware F-18F off of flightsim.to from a Nimitz aircraft carrier. I'll be pushing the Hornet to its limits, carving up a river low level under bridges in one of the newly updated European cities. And on the way back up the river, I'll be flying the new Freeware EA-18G Growler, also on flightsim.to from the same creator. So stick around to the end to enjoy this amazing sunset carrier landing. Alright, let's go and start this F-18 up here. We'll go main battery to on. Go ahead and bring our APU to on. The F model can equip many different weapon loadouts, and it can also be equipped with smoke, which I'll showcase later in the video. And we'll go ahead and close our canopy here. Once the APU's up and ready and running good, we'll go ahead and bring our engine crank to the right. Once our right engine reaches 10% RPM, we'll go and bring our right throttle over the horn into idle. Alright, there's 10% there, and we're up into idle on the right engine. Alright, once your RPM stabilizes about 62%, we can go and take our engine crank lever and go to the left. Alright, APU just went off, brake lights off, and it's spooling down. We're pretty much good to get out of here. We'll go and throw our landing and taxi lights on, turn our anti-skid on, and hold our brakes, and go and take our park brake off. Unfurl our wings here. Go ahead and make sure our flaps are down in the takeoff position. And we'll go ahead and launch out of here. Alright, landing gear up, flaps up. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way over to one of the newly updated cities, Porto, which is the second largest city in Portugal. And here we are here over Porto, one of the newly updated cities. I'm going to do a quick little run up the river here to stay under all the bridges. It's a fun little route. I'd recommend hopping in anything fast and nimble and trying it out for yourself. Okay, first bridge down. The next couple are a little more tricky. Ooh, yep, this is a tight fit, and almost hit the water, man. Couldn't have been much lower than that. Oh yeah, I love the sound of these GE engines howling. They each push around 13,000 pounds of thrust. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and put it in burner here. In burner, both these engines produce around 22,000 pounds of thrust. Oh man, I almost hit those power lines. It's pretty hard to see them when you're blasting around at like almost 350 knots. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, one of the features of the F model that the Growler can't do as of now is drop smoke, which is pretty sweet. Speaking of the Growler, let's go ahead and swap over to the EA-18 for the return trip up the river back to the carrier. As you can see, the Growler has different weapon loadout options, but for the most part in the sim, they pretty much are almost identical. Whoa, got a little wild there, almost overcorrected her. wouldn't be surprised if my right wingtip is almost dragging the water. I'm low AF right now. Holy crap, that was a tight hit. That's what she said. Alright, let's go and burn up out of here and get back to the carrier. Alright, there's a carrier group down there. We're going to get down and get into a landing pattern. We'll be entering the upwind here, shooting for about 350 knots, about 2,000 feet above sea level. Alright, we're about 1,700 feet, about 330. And do a nice little left brake here. Alright, we're going to throw a hook down. And now we'll go and throw a landing gear. We're going to throw flaps to full. About 180 knots, we'll start to turn in now. Looking for about 140 to 150 for landing. Alright, once again verifying landing gears down, flaps down, hook down. We're at 158 knots. Trim out a little bit here. These Freeware F-18s don't have the standard DeSobo fly-by-wire, so you have to make sure you trim it out. Otherwise you'll be fighting there the whole way down. 146 knots. You can see our glide slope coming down now on our Miltech Super Carrier add-on here. And 40 knots. Try to line up a little bit more, then we'll roll left onto the center line. Good. Getting a little low and slow, add a little bit of power. Very good. We're on speed, our AOA's on good. We're on glide slope and we get the ball. I have no idea why it told me to wave off. That was a perfect landing. And we are down. Perfect. Go and throw our hook up. And go and taxi forward out of here. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed watching me push these new free 18s to the limit in Microsoft Flight Sim, so like if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and come and be my virtual wingman. Later.